Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Chargers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
This defense for the Packers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give running left is Eckler. Now room for Eckler. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Mike 6. Trap 60. Trap 60.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. On the give, this is Eckler. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch a slap. Watch a
Eckler, they run left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he stopped immediately there. Josh Jones in on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Jerry Jeudy.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Tight is right. Even. 4 down. Even. Take 30.
Off Play action. Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, look, we're going to go Mike 15. Box it, box it, box it, box it.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a first down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
The Charger drive about to get going. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 6-0 our score after 1.
Here we go, here we go. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Joker.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And some room to work. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler, his 6th touchdown of the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Brandon Staley telling his troops to stay out there and go for 2. Hurts will throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
On play action, Rodgers. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. And now here's a carry heading left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now Rodgers. And able
find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there outside of the pocket and on the money. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
26. Slant. 41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike. I got him.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Kadarius Toney. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. McCann's got it teed up. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
151 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The handoff, it's Eckler. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Mike 15. Mike 15. Check. 15's the mic. 15's the mic.
On play action, now Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Rodgers now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Kadarius Toney.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers have taken the lead.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead is now 2.
McCann's got it teed up.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Play action. Here's Hurts.
He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And past the 30 down to about the 27.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Hurts.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Devontae Smith.
His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead.
That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's a 2nd down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On the ground, it's Eckler. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think at this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have retaken the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. McCann's got it teed up. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
Jim. He's coming. We got double up.
Now Eckler. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick.
And the Packers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now it's Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 81 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
McCann's got it teed up.
The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down. They'll run for it with Eckler, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, you block over here. Give me that ball. Hey, look, we're going to go 15, guys. Mike 15, all right? Coming.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Kirk, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Packers get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
McCann's got it teed up.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the...
Fighting through, and he's got space. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. This time, the extra point up and good, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Rodgers now to throw. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy, and it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now this throw caught left side, and they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They'll run here with Eckler. Pushes him over. Unable to corral him. He fights through. He's still barreling through. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain that time for the Chargers. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here is Eckler. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They go play action with Hurts. This is swung out to Eckler. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And his kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Right back to him on first down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation. And taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Wide, get wide. Watch safety creep, creeping. Safety's creeping. Kill. Hey, alert.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw, Rodgers. This is caught by Tate. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away.
15's the mic. 15's the mic. I got 15. Hey, I'm coming. Check.
Cam on the option, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Hands it off out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And this is where the mental part of the game comes into play. Defense is out of timeouts. Just hold on to the football. No sense really trying to score. They should be able to run this one out.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
On 4th down, they'll try and
That's
run
what I
for
want
it.
to see.
And he is going to be out of bounds here, short of the line to gain, so that will be a turnover on downs.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Green Bay, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions.